party people of the planet.
What happened to this one?
All right. We're going to. I just need to edit the title really quick so people can find us. And then we can get it popping. What's going on, guys?
Hello. I haven't seen you guys in a while. How are you doing?
Just peachy, brother.
Feeling wonderful. You look wonderful, Travis. Well, thank you. Of course.
I love the camaraderie.
I'm quite excited about these games this weekend, just to be honest. Those over that I put in, I love those. I love a lot of overs this week. I feel like the first 2 weeks have just been very defensive forward because like the offenses didn't really get a ton of opportunities to do shit with the shortened preseason. Can't really do shit in practice. Like I feel like this is the week where the offense starts to show their ass. Okay.
Who's showing ass?
Travis said he wants. But also shows ass. Yeah, is that not what we're doing today? Is that not? Am I on the wrong team's call? You're on.
Yeah, you got us mixed up with your 10 p.m. All right, give me one more second, and we should be good to go. I wish there was a way that the stuff would just populate on its own. Well, while we're waiting for this, what we'll do is I'll throw up the recap from last week. We can do that.
All right.
Let me pull that up real quick while I'm finishing this. And y'all can discuss kind of how we did. Hendu's picks are not going to be up here. Hendu is in for Steel City this week. Steel City is on a hunting trip. He has left us to fend for ourselves. So Hendu is back once again to bring the knowledge.
Yep, another fill-in job.
And his picks again are not going to be on the screen, but he did go 6-9 last week, so not a shabby start to a first-time degenerate. All right, here's what we're looking at from last week. Here's the recap. Take a peek. Do what you will with it. Leave it up there for a little bit. If you guys want to make some comments on it, you go for it. I have nothing to say. I need to step it up. That's about it.
I guess I need to pull up the YouTube to see it.
Oh, get on that, dude.
Already on it.
Yep, so quick breakdown.
Who's there first on the season?
First on the season. That's a good question. What the fuck is going on?
Your dogs.
Well, first and foremost, while drink one's away, I'd like to say 10. You put me on the 10s plus 10 very, very harshly. I'd like to say that loss on my side is his fault.
All right. That's cool. Ace.
I appreciate you not denying it.
Hey, I know we're talking pro football tonight, but to get back to college football, did y'all watch that game last night with Virginia Tech and West Virginia? No,
I did.
I was going to ask, do y'all think JT is a viable draft pick, or do you think he's like a backup in the league? He's He's been to what two schools in the past 3 years, something like that.
Who you talking about? JT Daniels?
Yes, sir.
I mean, I don't know. He threw some really ugly ass balls last night from the game that I watched. They pulled it out. I'm glad they did because I took him, but I don't know. He's got to show me some more. He'll have chances later in the season, but he's still got to show me a little something.
Yeah.
Personally. All right, guys. So I will have a ranking for everybody next week. I don't have one yet. I think I'm gonna get a graphic similar to like our picks, and then it'll be just a real quick kind of flash of where people stand. I do have a medal made for current leader, so that'll be making its debut next week as well. It'll also be on the college show, and then that'll be able to, you know, somebody can sort of talk their shit a little bit better, you know. Put some respect behind their name. We'll make a trophy. I mean, maybe. Who knows? We could. I'd be down for that. All right, let's get it going. We got about 45 minutes to knock this out. So let's get it popping. First game we're going to talk about here, we're going to go through 12 of them as usual, and then we'll probably throw in some anytime touchdowns because I know Public House is probably jumping at the bit to do that. First game we're going to discuss here is going to be, I don't know, actually. What game do you guys want to go with?
Ravens, Pats.
Ravens, Patriots?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. Ravens, Patriots. Public House, you lead us off.
I'm sorry?
You lead us off, Public House. Who do you like?
Okay. So I like the Ravens this week. The spread I think is still sitting right there at 3 points. I think we all kind of agreed on the 3-point marker being just a money line marker for us. So I'm putting Ravens money line. I'm just really hasn't showed anything exciting at all this year, and he really doesn't have any weapons out there. I think the Ravens are going to get it done. Mostly by passing. I think that the Pats might stop the rush a little bit, but I think that the Ravens get it done by passing. And I'm hoping Lamar gets a touchdown, anytime touchdown, but we'll talk about that later.
Okay. Hindu, what do you got?
Yeah, I got the Ravens, man. They didn't really show me anything crazy last week, but I feel like in this matchup, it's kind of like you need this game to keep your season going. So I got the Ravens.
Love it. Travis, the chef. Who are you on?
I'm on the Ravens too, which is probably not a good sign because it seems like when we're all on the same pick, it doesn't go great. But yeah, I don't think the Pats are that great this season. So I think Lamar's going to continue to show his ass all season, and Ravens are going to take it -3.
Okay. I like Ravens also. Ravens money line. Everything y'all said. I think they get it done. I love them in the spot, actually. But I'm with Travis also. Little questionable. But to say, we don't agree on that many this week. So definitely keep your eyes and ears open to what comes next. Next game we're going to discuss here is going to be Eagles and Commanders. Hindu, our guest picker. What do you got? No pressure.
I'm gonna go Eagles, man. I like their defense. They're doing good things. Jalen Hurts is looking like a beast out there, so I'm going Eagles.
Eagles, love it. The chef, who are you on?
I'm taking the Commanders +6.5. I don't know. Everything reads Eagles, but I just feel like they're going to backdoor cover like 26-23 on one of those just weird NFC East games.
Why are you
the
putting
Eagles
that out
win,
there?
Commanders cover, weird one.
I don't like that. I don't like it. Public House, what do you like?
I don't like the sound of it, okay? But sitting here just in my office, I'm thinking, Carson Wentz has thrown for like 650 fucking yards. I mean, he is I personally have down Eagles -5.5. That's where I'm at. But I don't hate it, Travis. You might be right on this one.
Yeah, I don't think he's right at all. I love the Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. They got it.
16-1, right?
I'm taking them minus 6.5. That's what the current line is. I think that's what everybody else got. Travis, we got you in at Commanders +7. So you're getting that half point. That could be key. Next game we're going to discuss. We all are in agreement again, so we'll keep it short and sweet. I'm going to let the chef take over on this one to begin with. We got the Bengals playing the Jets. What do you got?
Yeah, I think the Bengals win. They should win considerably. I'm not impressed with them, but I think they cover the 6 and get their first of the year.
Yep. And that's ultimately what everybody else is, like I said. Jared, any specific reasoning?
I'll take the over.
You like the over in Cincy? Okay. I like anytime touchdown. I like Joe Mixon there.
Love that.
Jared, what do you think? Anything you want to point out about this one?
I want to point out that last week we all agreed on the Bengals, and last week they handed us their ass. And last week we all agreed on the Raiders, and last week they handed us our ass. I know we haven't.
All right, we'll say the other couple that we agreed on that didn't hand us our ass.
All right, you're right. So I'm with you guys. I'm gonna take the Bengals -5. I have anytime touchdowns for that game. Where am I at? I got Michael Carter on the other side of the ball. If you want a good Jets player, that's usually their go-to. So expect a touchdown from him.
All right, like that. Hendu, any notes on this one?
Nah, man, same old thing.
You still feeling the Bengals?
Yeah, I'm going Bengals, man. I think the Raiders are going to. The Jets are surprising people like they did Cleveland a couple weeks ago, but I think that Joe Burrow's got something to prove, dog. If he don't improve in the next couple of weeks, it's gonna get real. So I have this.
Yep, I'm there too. So yeah, we're all in agreement there. Steel City is also on Bengals -6. Sorry, I totally forgot to give his picks on these. They'll be on the recap at the end. He did like Ravens money line. He did like Eagles -6.5, and he likes the Bengals here at -6 as well. Next game we're going to discuss is going to be the Raiders and the Titans. Public House. Who you got here? You're quoted as the Raiders winning the Super Bowl here, so I have an idea, but let us know what your thoughts.
I have the Raiders money line. I made that play before I heard about Hunter Renfrow being out. Not really worried about Hunter Renfrow being out though. To be quite honest, I think that it's going to be a tight game. I have the over in this game, 45.5. I think they're going to keep it tight. That's why I'm taking Raiders straight up money line. Anytime touchdowns. I have Devontae Adams, Darren Waller, or Derrick Henry. All are safe plays.
Okay, like those. Travis, what are your thoughts?
I like the Raiders a lot. One matchup that I'm super stoked for the Raiders is Chandler Jones. If y'all remember the first game of the season last year where Chandler Jones played the Titans, he had 5 sacks in that game. So I think he's going to get after Tannehill, force Tannehill into doing some Tannehill type things. So give me the Raiders. Renfrow being down, Perryman being down, don't love that, especially with Derrick Henry coming right up the middle. Like that can cause some problems. Trevon Merrick has been injured as well in their secondary. I like the Raiders. Could see a lot of points being scored, but I don't know that I love it enough to bet the over right now. But I could definitely see a lot of points being scored there.
Yeah, I agree. The Perriman loss, I think, is definitely more substantial than the Renfrow one. That's the only one that sort of gives me pause, like you said, with Derrick Henry. And also Perriman's their play caller on defense. So that could be significant, but I'm with you. I like the Raiders to pull it out. Hendu, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I was actually on the fence about this game, just thinking about both of them. Because on paper, it looks like, Raiders are obvious pick, but you start thinking what the chef was talking about. And it's like, yeah, I don't know. It could be a kind of a dog fight. But I think the Raiders find a way to win this game, but it's going to be ugly. I think both teams are going to be just beating themselves at this point. But yeah, Raiders coming up with it.
Right on. And Steel City is He's on the Titans. He's on the Titans +2. So we got a little bit of a showdown there. So we'll see.
Genius.
Jared, you think it's genius?
I think that Steel City's an absolute genius.
Interesting.
I'm just glad that we're not all on the
praise.
same page, so it makes me feel a lot better about my pick. This one might actually hit.
This next one we're going to talk about here is Detroit and the Vikings. I'm going to lead it off on this one. I like the over here. Over 52. I don't really care who wins the game. I'm on the over. I just want to see points, and I think there will be points. I think Jared Goff is going to find Amon-Ra St. Brown, and DeAndre Swift is going to go bonkers on the ground. And I think the Lions defense is – they're going to get after Kirk Cousins. Hutchinson's going to probably have a couple – maybe he'll have a sack at least. He might have a couple. But I like the Lions here to produce at least against the Vikings. In the past, Kirk Cousins has owned them. It's a 1 o'clock game, so it's not Monday Night Football. He's got a shot. I think there's going to be a lot of points scored. The Chef, what are you on?
I'm with you that I think a ton of points are going to be scored. I love the Vikings this week. Kirk Cousins 4-0 at home against the Lions in his career. I will say on the Vikings side, they've got a couple injuries in their secondary, so I'm starting to kind of lean with you on that over. Harrison Smith being out, big deal for them. Eric Kendricks got added to the injury report today, and they also had Andrew Booth, their top corner, out.
Love it.
So I just think there's going to be a lot of points scored. Hayden Hutchinson's actually been on the injury report all week. So he did not practice the Wednesday, Thursday, was limited today. I just think Justin Jefferson, after the week he had last week, dude might go for 203 touchdowns. I think there's going to be points aplenty. It's Kirk Cousins prime time. 1 o'clock at home, that's Kirk Cousins time.
Yep. Yeah, agreed. I like Adam Thielen actually a lot too, because I think Okudah is going to get a lot of draw on Jefferson, and I think that frees up Adam Thielen to just go off. I don't think he's got a touchdown this year, so I'd look for him to maybe get one as well. Public House, thoughts on this one?
Well, we're in disagreement. So I got Lions +7.
Heyo.
I think that's when I got them early.
Here we go.
I think that it is a decently scoring game. I don't think it's going to go over. I have the under actually on this game also, but I think it's going to be close enough to where the Lions are within 7. So that's where I grabbed them. I just like the Lions, man. I don't know how you can't not like them. I think they're really doing some work right now. And as you said, Miami Mike, I have a couple touchdowns: Amon St. Brown, Amon-Ra, T.J. Hawkinson, Dalvin Cook, Adam Thielen. I think those are all decent locks for anytime touchdowns.
Right on. Yeah, I like DeAndre Swift too. I think he gets one. He's been playing possessed these first 2 weeks. Hendu, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, so honestly, I would take the under. I don't think it's going to be a lot of points scored. Honestly, because the only reason I see that because I don't think Detroit's going to put up a lot of points. I think Justin Jefferson is going to go crazy. Justin Jefferson's going to go crazy. Kirk Cousins is going to be prime time average. So he's going to do his job. But I do agree with y'all on the DeAndre Swift touchdown anytime. Honestly, I think he's trying to go for the run back of the league, and I think he's got the tools to do it. But that's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, I got the Vikings at home. Go Vikes.
Skull Gang, I feel it. Next one we're gonna get into here is the 49ers and the Broncos. Let's ride. The Chef. I'm going to let you lead off with this one. What are your thoughts?
I've gone back and forth on this one kind of all week. Russell Wilson is 17-4 all time against the 49ers. But the Broncos have a ton of injuries. Judy's banged up. Quinn Miners, their guard, is banged up. Justin Simmons is on the IR. Patrick Surtain is on the injury report. They just got a lot of injuries. George Kittle coming back for the 49ers. I think they're a much better offense with Jimmy G than they are with Trey Lance.
Yeah. Now, I agree. Yeah, for sure.
I like the 49ers in that one. Just money line, I could very easily see that 1.5 coming back to bite me in the ass. I can see like 31-30 type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the 49ers there.
Yeah. Public House, what are your thoughts?
I am totally with Travis here. I've actually liked the 49ers all week long. I believe in Jimmy G. I think that's probably the best thing that could have happened to the 49ers is Trey Lance getting hurt, but I don't want him to get hurt because that's messed up to say. So I'd rather him just maybe like, I don't know, not got hurt, but just not played.
So just benched.
Just like switch careers, like just go be an accountant.
Yeah,
like
go work for State Farm.
Burgers and McDonald's, or like
I mean, yeah, play cornhole, something. I don't know. So 49ers, money line is where I'm at. I had let me see what I had on the over/under for this game. I had the over at 44.5. 49ers Broncos, and then anytime touchdowns, Debo, Brandon Ayuk, or Cortland Sutton are all decent plays.
Love Debo in this one. I don't know about the cornhole thing. Daniel Jones, I think, has the QB professional cornhole on lock right now for the league. But Trey Lance could give him a run for his money maybe in a couple months. But Daniel Jones, I think, he's going to have a career pretty soon once Dable gets his hand on a draft class or two. Hendu, what are your thoughts here, brother? 49ers and Broncos.
Yeah, man, I think it's going to be probably the best game to watch on paper. I think this whole week. It's going to be a night game in Denver, bro. I think it's going to go crazy. But honestly, I do have 49ers winning this game. Like, I heard Kittle's supposed to come back. Jimmy G's got a contract to play for and not in the Niners uniform. So I think that this is like a kind of a must-win game for their morale type deal. But I think that 49ers get after them, but it's a good game. So I got 49ers.
Right on. Yeah, I got 49ers money line as well. I'm with you guys. Do not want to see anybody ever get hurt, but Jimmy G is definitely, I think, a better fit for this offense and this team at this moment. So I don't think they're going to skip a beat, basically, is what I'm trying to say. I think they're going to come into their own. I think they're going to do what they've done in the past with the Broncos. I've also heard a lot of stuff from the 49ers side this week that they're not huge fans of Russell Wilson, and that ties back to their Seahawks rivalry. Apparently, their rivalry wasn't really with the Seahawks, but more Russell Wilson specifically. So that's something to sort of keep in mind with this one, too. I think they're going to come out kind of motivated to end his homecoming into Broncos country and sort of put him back down to earth. 49ers money line is where I'm at. Steel City is on the Broncos 49ers under 44. And also last pick, Steel City had the Lions +7 as well. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, so I'm going to mention it now. Next game we're going to get into, we have 6 remaining. We are at the halfway point here. We're making great time. It's fantastic. The best game on the board, in my opinion, your and my Miami Dolphins are hosting the Buffalo Bills.
What was that? We couldn't hear you in the back.
The Buffalo Bills. I did not want to bet this game. I wanted to stay far, far away. We were talking about this game early in the week when we started discussing our circa picks that we're involved with. I didn't want to touch it. I hate going against my team. It makes it hard to watch on the game because you're kind of torn in the situation. But lately, there's been a couple injuries that have come to my attention on the injury report in the last couple days, and some guys have missed practice, and some guys have been ruled out for the Buffalo Bills. So we're on the Dolphins. They're going to win outright. You heard it here first. I'm going to take them +5.5, but I think they could sneak in and get the money line. I also am digging the under in this situation as well. Public House, who you on? Fins up.
So all week long, I was on the Fins.
And
until today when I heard that Miami was not on the Bills like he was all week long. So I have made a last minute change. I am currently now on the Bills at -5.5.
It's okay.
That's where I'm at. That's where I'm gonna lie.
Haters motivate us.
The line's been moving a lot, guys. I think it's the play. I think that everybody expected the Dolphins to maybe make this happen, and the money got put on the Dolphins, and they were like, "Oh shit." So I think the Bills is the play on this one. That's all I'm gonna say. And also, Miami Mike's on it. His record's not that great when he bets for his own team. Just saying. Either way, all right.
Hey, we're not talking about college, all right? This is the professional league, Miami, that we're discussing here, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Put on the helmet.
Anytime touchdowns,
Put on the helmet.
I tried it last week. It didn't
Put
go
on
well.
the helmet.
I did it last week. You weren't here.
Well, then
It didn't go well. You can view that in last week's episode. It's not.
I mean, today's a new day.
Try putting it on backwards.
Whoa. All right. Anytime touchdown. Dolphins games, guys. I got Tyreek Hill. I got Jalen Waddle, and I got Devin Singletary. I think they're all good. I know Miami's on Gabe Davis as well.
Jalen Waddle and Gabe Davis. Those are my two. Hendu, what do you like here? You like Dolphins, right?
Feels about 40.
All right, we're moving on. Steel City likes the Bills and the Dolphins over in this game. He thinks there's going to be points.
I like the under.
I also like the under. Next game we're going to discuss is going to be the Bears and Texans.
Can you make a pick or no?
I mean, no, not really. I mean, based off of what I just heard, it doesn't sound promising. So we were just going to continue on. No, go ahead, Chef. I apologize. So Chef, fins up, right?
Fins plus the points.
So, all right, fins up.
Fins plus the points.
My man. I knew there was a reason you wanted that pick to get out.
Jackson down, Micah Hyde down, Jordan Poyer's banged up. If they have their safeties, I would be all over Bills Mafia.
Same.
And Ed Oliver's a fucking game changer, first and foremost.
That's a fact.
Him not being in the middle of that defense is a problem. They're also missing Jordan Phillips, and their backup defensive tackle is also banged up. Miami's going to cover that. Miami's going to cover the points. Don't really love a winner one way or the other. But you give me 5.5, I'll take that. Like, I'm thinking like 35-31. I don't know who's going to win, but like 35-31 is where I'm leaning.
That's a lot of points. All right.
It's a lot of points.
Is it okay to move to Bears Texans? I just want to make sure before.
We can. Yep, we're good.
All right.
Thank you for asking. Appreciate your consideration.
You're welcome. Yeah, absolutely. So the Texans are traveling to Chicago, to the Windy City, to face Justin Fields, Davis Mills, Brandon Cooks, Lovie Smith in a revenge game going back to the Windy City. Hendu, what say you?
For sure. Sorry, my mic cut out. What was the game? Bears, right? Bears and who?
Bears, Texans.
Taking Bears.
Bears.
Sure.
Riding Justin Fields and the momentum. In a bounce back from last week's debacle against the Green Bay Packers.
Yep.
The Chef. Who are you on, sir?
Oh, well, thank you for asking. I love the over in this one. I like the Bears. Like, I think the Bears are actually going to ball out in this game. Like, I think we're going to see a little bit of Justin Fields and like what he can actually be if he doesn't have a nasty defense coming at him. Like, we're going to be like, oh, like if he didn't have an atrocious offensive line and maybe had a couple playmakers, like this dude could be a superstar in the league, and like maybe like a defense that's not like a high school quality defense. Like, I feel like we're going to see some of that. Give me the Bears.
Okay.
Bears and the over.
Public House, who are you on?
I have the Texans at +3. I think that they keep it close. I have the over as well. I think honestly, I'd be keen to take Texans money line. I think the Texans just get it flat done. I don't think the Bears are what you think the Bears are. I think the Texans are a lot more sound team for this matchup, I should say.
Bears.
Like I said, I have the over. Anytime touchdowns, Darnell Mooney, David Montgomery, Brandon Cooks.
Right on. I like the Texans as well. I like them +3. I also like them money line. What the hell is that noise? I also like anytime touchdown. Dameon Pierce, I think he's going to have a really good game. I think he's going to run all over the Bears. I like Brandon Cooks anytime, and I like Mooney as well. Scott, Steel City is also on the Texans at +3. All right, 4 games left, and then we can get into anything we didn't discuss that you guys want to throw out there. What?
My Wolf and the Bears?
You and Hindu, you are both on the Bears.
Okay. Love it.
Yep. Next game we're going to talk about is the Chiefs-Colts. So there's been a little bit of line movement in this one. Right now it's Chiefs -5.5. That's where I took them. That's where I like them. The main reason is Shaq Leonard is not going to play. It looks like he was a full participant in most of the practices this week, but it looks like he's still not going to go this week after all. And that was ultimately my deciding factor. I think the Chiefs do win by a touchdown. I think it's like 31-24. But I could also see this game being like 31-27. It's basically a must-win for the Colts. That's how they need to come into it. Their head coach's job is on the line, I think. So they're going to have to at least compete in this one. But I still like the Chiefs to get it done, unfortunately for Frank Reich. The Chef, thoughts?
Yeah. Shaq Leonard, I was on the Colts with the assumption that he was going to play. He is not, so I am very much off the Colts. I love the over in this one, though. I think there's going to be points aplenty. Inside in the dome, put the Chiefs there. Michael Pittman and Alec Pierce coming back for the Colts. Trent McDuffie is down for the Chiefs as well. So I think there's going to be a lot of points scored in this one. So give me that over. Lots of points. I can still see them backdoor covering. I do think the Chiefs win, but I just really love the over in that one.
Like it. Public House, thoughts?
Chiefs -5.5. Got the under. And Travis Kelce, Juju, and Jonathan Taylor. I don't think it's going to be a very exciting game.
Wow. Okay, what's your score prediction?
$25-7.
25-7.
Maybe the Colts get off 1 touchdown and the Chiefs get 2,
3. If you honestly think it's going to be 25-7, that's probably something you should put on for an exact score because it's not a very common score. That might be a little decent thing. 25-7.
Are you just listening to some music as we're doing this? What are we doing, man? You just gonna listen to some tunes? Put us in the background?
No, I was just trying to hear.
No, you know what it is, Travis. There's 20 minutes left in the show, so Jared's either eating, he's
doing something, bro. He's doing something.
I wouldn't doubt if he's got something within arm's reach.
He's got to do something.
He's got to touch something. He's got to do something. He can only sit still for 35 minutes, and then at that point, it's like all hell breaks loose. Sorry, that was I couldn't hear you that well. It sounded like you were underwater. Hindu, go for it.
Yeah, I got the Chiefs. I think the Colts defense is down bad right now, and I'm definitely liking the over. There'll be a lot of points scored, and Travis Kelce and JT anytime touchdowns. I agree with Jared.
I like that. Steel City is on Colts +5.5. He's feeling it. He thinks Kenny Moore is going to ball out and have a great game. So shout out Steel City, wherever he is currently. we got 3 games left on the board here, and then again we can sort of fill in with anything that we didn't talk about, any games that you guys want to go over, any anytime touchdowns, any other props, any other best bets. But the last one of 3 that we're going to discuss means a little bit to the 2 guys that are on the bottom of your screen currently. The Panthers versus the Saints. It means absolutely nothing to me. Well, no, it does mean something to me because I put something on this game, unfortunately for me and my anxiety. But the team that they support, the Panthers, I will not put anything on until they show me and prove to me that they can get it done. This is that week. This is that opportunity. They've had 2 prior that they've dropped the ball. This is 3 strikes and you're out. So we'll see if they can get it done. I am on the Panthers Saints under. However, I think there's going to be minimal points scored in this one. I got it at under 41. Public House lead us off, and then we'll let these guys tell us why they think their team's going to win.
No. All right, so I think that these 2 other guys, I guess, in the bottom of the screen, but they're to the right of my screen, I think they're going to look like my favorites. I am on the Panthers +3. I think the Panthers get it done. I think the Saints are boo-boo. I'm on the over. Panthers +3. To get this. That's where I'm at. Not really excited about these last couple games.
Okay, fair. All right, get into it, Chef.
Panthers fucking money line. Boys, you're getting this goddamn game. I'm telling y'all right now, we are not losing. We're coming into this bitch. We are about to turn the hell up. 3 defensive touchdowns. We are making things happen. Today, well, not today. Sunday is the day. 1 and 2. It's gotta happen. It's gotta happen.
Hey, that's a speech, brother. But you know why it's not going to happen is because that speech is not going to come out of Matt Rule's mouth. That guy has got to get fired off of your team if y'all want to be successful. Hindu, go for it. Yeah, you know I'm right. You were like, well, no, you're right.
Nah. So first of all, it'll take a lot for me. Like, half our team will have to miss the bus for me to bet on the Saints in any situation. So obviously I'm gonna go Panthers. But I am with Chef on this one, man. I do have to say this is a make or break game for us right here. It's like I compare the NFC South to more so the SEC kind of football, right? So it's gonna be low scoring. It's gotta be you either gotta be make sure you gotta run the ball, you gotta stop the run. Everybody in our division basically either runs the ball pretty well and they have a really good run defense. And that's what it's gonna come down to.
Hey, y'all want a prop on this one? Panthers defensive touchdown. Tell your friends, tell your kids, tell your wife, tell your family. Panthers defensive touchdown. It's happening. James throwing 4 picks on Sunday. 4. We eating crab legs. Eating W's.
Eating W's?
We're stealing crab legs from Publix and we're eating W's.
Hey, strong possibility, but I still like the under. Steel City is on Saints money line. He thinks they get it done versus y'all.
That boy Jameis can give us a couple.
Jameis, you think he's gonna fork it over a couple times?
Yeah.
All right, this last 2, I'm not too stoked about at least this one. This is Jaguars at Chargers. So the line had been 7. That's where we all got it at. But now it's actually down to 3 because supposedly Justin Herbert is not supposed to go on Sunday. So this line has dropped pretty significantly. Chase Daniel is the backup, so he'll probably get the start for the Chargers. I'm on Jaguars +7. I have caught on. The Chef has been preaching the Jaguars since the preview show this year. He thinks they are going to win their division and make the playoffs. We all thought he was crazy. And they're competing. First 2 weeks, they've competed. They won outright. They blanked the Colts last week at home, 24-0. But now they go cross-country to L.A. It's going to be a tough trip. Trevor Lawrence is 0-9 on the road, so he's going for his first road victory. I think Justin Herbert not being there is massive, and that's why I am semi-confident with Jaguars +7 where we got him. Chef, thoughts?
Yep. The whole Herbert thing, Keaton Allen's banged up. J.C. Jackson is doubtful.
Yeah.
A player that I like, I like the Jags. Y'all know I'm driving the Jags bandwagon this season. But I really like Travis Etienne over receiving yards this week. The Chargers got a nasty pass rush, and I feel like Doug Peterson is going to do all he can to kind of scheme up that quick passing game, some screens, some quick passes, get it to him in his face to try and keep Lawrence upright. So that's a prop that I really like this week. Yeah, give me the Jags to cover for sure. To very easily win outright.
All right. I like that. Public House, thoughts?
Like you said, I had the Jags earlier in the week at +7. That's where I'm going to keep them. Earlier in the week as well, I had the Jags under 47.5 with Herbert out. I even love that even more, 47.5. The under, I think that's a super strong play. Like the chef said, they got a bunch of people out. Austin Eckler's out there leaking information and shit. They're probably all pissed off at him on the sidelines. Like, it's going to be a fucking shit show for the Chargers this week. They're not going to know where the fuck to look at. Anytime touchdowns for this one. Where was I at? Did I even put any on here? May not have, guys. Don't think I did. Didn't have any anytime touchdowns.
It's going to be 3-0, so you didn't even need it, all right?
Yeah, James Robinson. I think that'd probably be a good. James Robinson might be a good play for the Jags, but yeah, that's where I'm at.
Travis, do you know if Josh Allen is going for the Jags?
Allen's a go.
Okay. Yeah, that's big. Hendu, thoughts here?
Yeah, my thoughts are. I have the Chargers winning this, but I got it winning from their defense. I think their defense is going to go crazy. I actually have them getting a touchdown from their defense, like making the game close, because I think that's what's going to be the difference maker. Okay. Turnovers is going to be what's going to be the tipping point, and I feel like Trevor is going to give them up more than Chase Daniels. So I think that's going to be a difference maker, and I'm going Chargers.
All right, right on. That's fair. Steel City is also on Jaguars +7. Now we move to our final game. We have 10 minutes remaining in the show. We appreciate everybody watching currently. And later, obviously, like and subscribe. Comment below who you like this week. Last game we're going to discuss here is going to be Rams-Cardinals. Rams-Cardinals. I don't like either side. I'll pop it off. I do not like either side here. I think it's sketchy. I think based off of the Cardinals, how they finished that game last week, they could easily sneak in and do a backdoor cover to the Rams here again, maybe win outright. But I like points here. I'm on the over 51. I think there's going to be points from both sides. What say ye, Public House?
Yeah, I agree with you. I've seen the line moving quite a bit here. I had the Rams earlier in the week, but with everything going on and the sketchiness that you're mentioning, I've moved my pick over to the Cards at +3.5. I think that's a strong play. I think they keep it super close, and like you said, I think they may sneak away with the win, quite honestly.
Right on.
And Rams Cards, I had the over 49.5. I don't know how I feel about that now, but yeah, that's what I had.
Okay. Well, I like 49.5 better than 51, so we can switch if you want. Hendu, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I got the Rams. I got the over. The only reason I picked the Rams is they're better at home, I think. But like I said, Matt Stafford's got a bad habit of throwing more than one interception in the game just for fun, just to shoot some gigs.
Yeah.
So it makes it interesting. So I'm going Chargers at home. Rams. Sorry, guys.
All right. Right on. Chef, round us out.
Give me the Rams to tear it up. I am still on the Arizona Cardinals, our hot, steamy trash bandwagon. I just think their secondary is awful. Put me in, coach. Like, that's how bad it is. And that's really bad, just to be very clear to the viewers at home. That's really bad. Their secondary sucks. Cooper Kupp is going to go off.
Great.
I think Aaron Donald is going to, like, the fact that they let the Falcons back in, I don't think they're going to let that happen this week. Like, it's going to be 38-3 Rams. Like, making people feel real bad about themselves down there in Arizona. I think they're going to go off. Aaron Donald may drop Kyler three times. Give me the Rams big time in that one.
Right on. Scott, Steel City is also on the over. So he's on the Rams over as well. So that is our 12. I'll pull up the recap real quick. We got time for everybody to sort of go through and have a minute if you want to share anything that we didn't talk about. Public House, I will let you pop it off, sir. Oh, that's college.
A couple more anytime touchdowns that we may not have mentioned on there that you can write on your list. Cooper Kupp, Tyler Higbee, A.J. Dillon, DeAndre Carter, A.J. Brown, Tyler Lockett, Cordell Patterson, D.K. Metcalf. All decent picks for anytime touchdowns if you guys are looking for some sweet money. If you throw 4 of those together, usually they get you up to around plus 3,000, plus 4,000. So decent picks.
Right on. I like some of those for sure. Definitely. I think we did take some of them. Travis, anything you want to throw at the people before we hop off?
Yeah. I think there's going to be a large amount of points put on the board in the Falcons-Seahawks game.
Wow.
Large amounts of points.
Okay.
I have no idea who's going to win that game. Both teams are pretty atrocious. Like, let's be real about it. But I can see DK just going for 150. I can see Lockett going for 150. I can see Kyle Pitts having that game because he's been slowed down to start the season, but the Seahawks suck against tight ends. He could go for 150. I think there's just going to be a lot of points put up in that game. I have no idea who's going to win, but I think it's going to be high scoring.
Totally agree.
Right
on the over as
well. Quick note from me, I am on the Packers Bucks under 46. I love the under there. I think it's going to be low scoring. A couple anytime touchdowns, just to reiterate. We mentioned a couple of them we didn't. I like Darnell Mooney, Tyler Lockett, Brandon Cooks, Devontae Adams, Travis Kelce, Joe Mixon, A.J. Brown, Debo, Samuel, Gabe Davis, Cooper Kupp, Jalen Waddle, and I like Marcus Mariota to get in the end zone for the Falcons. Hindu, anything you want to throw to the people, sir?
Nothing too crazy, man. I know we got Brady Rodgers this week, so this is going to be one of the probably last times we see 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks in a long time playing the same field. But yeah, man, it's just going to be exciting football, dog. I mean, whether it's shitty football or great football, it's always football, right? Gotta love it.
That's fair. Real quick, I'll go over the recap. So we are all on the Ravens money line. The Chef likes the Commanders +7. Everybody else is on Eagles -6.5. Everybody's on Bengals -6. The Chef is on the Raiders Titans over 45.5. I am on the Raiders money line. Public House is on Raiders money line. Steel City is on Titans +2. The Chef is on Vikings -6. I am on Detroit Vikings over 52. Public House is on the Lions +7 as well as Steel City. 49ers, we are all in agreement on money line except for Steel City. He prefers the under in that game, under 44 for Broncos 49ers. Dolphins, me and the Chef are both fins up. Dolphins +5.5. Public House is on the Bills Mafia -5.5. And Steel City he thinks there's going to be a shootout. No, you said it. No, it's okay. Your fins up. It's all right. You can accept that. You can accept it. No, your fins up. It's okay, dude. It just embrace it. Travis, embrace it. So fins up. Travis's fins up. Steel City, Buffalo, Miami. He likes points there. Chicago Bears over is what the chef likes in this next one. I like Texans +3 as well as Public House and Steel City do. Kansas City Colts. Travis likes the points there as well. He likes the over. I am on Chiefs -5.5. Public House is on Chiefs -5.5. And Steel City is riding with Kenny Moore and the Colts +5.5 at home to get it done for the first time this year. Next game, we got Panthers Saints. You guessed it. The chef is riding with the Panthers +3 as well as Public House. He's going with them. Hindu is too. That's his squad. We got to throw it in there. I am on the under here. I don't think there's going to be a lot of points scored. And Steel City is on the Saints money line. Final two, we're all on the Jaguars +7. Big news, Herbert's not going to go. J.C. Jackson's not going to go for the Chargers. We think that's going to be big. Last and final game, Rams and Cardinals. The chef is on Rams money line. I like the points here. I like the over. Steel City likes the over. And Public House thinks the Cardinals get the upset win +3.5. All right, guys. I appreciate you. Thank you for showing. Thank you for contributing as always. Much love to everybody out there who's watching. Again, please like and subscribe. Drop some comments. Yeah, thanks for joining us this week, man. That was shitty that you weren't able to make it. Thank you to Hindu for filling in last week and this week for Steel City. That's the man with a plan right there. Can't keep him down. But I love it, guys. All right, thank you. Good luck to everybody this week. Let's have some winners. Let's have a great weekend. Week 4. That's a wrap.
Week 3.
Week 4 was college. That was yesterday. This is week 3.